Monday the 26th, CNS News. Federal taxes, spending, and deficit all set records in the first half of fiscal year 2021. Our fiscal year in the nation starts in September. So you remember Ezra Taft Benson, his warning on communism?
I have personally witnessed the heart-rending results of the loss of freedom. I have talked face to face with the godless communist leaders. It may surprise you to learn that I was host to Mr. Khrushchev for a half day when he visited the United States. Not that I'm proud of it. I opposed his coming then, and I still feel it was a mistake to welcome this atheistic murderer as a state visitor. As we talked face to face, he indicated that my grandchildren would live under communism. After assuring him that I expected to do all in my power to assure that his and all other grandchildren will live under freedom, he arrogantly declared in substance, "You Americans are so gullible. No, you won't accept communism outright, but we'll keep feeding you small doses of socialism until you'll finally wake up and find you already have communism. We won't have to fight you. We'll so weaken your economy until you fall like overripe fruit into our hands."
So, our federal spending, taxes, and deficit all set records in the first half of this fiscal year will so weaken your economy. That's the goal of the communist. And anybody watch the president's speech this week? He's wanting to add $6 trillion to the debt. He's wanting to spend $6 trillion. That's what he's pushing for. Our debt was $10 trillion when George Bush II took office. We're 6 trillion more is going to put us over 30 trillion. It took us 236 years to get to 10. And he's wanting to add 6 in 6 months. The goal is to so weaken our economy that we're going to fall. Number 2, the United Nations International Mother Earth Day was April 22nd, 2021. And the head of the UN, António Guterres, said we must act decisively to protect our planet from both the coronavirus and the existential threat of climate disruption. So, at their website, when Mother Earth sends us a message, Mother Earth is clearly urging a call to action. Nature is suffering. Oceans filling with plastic and turning more acidic. Extreme heat, wildfires, and floods, as well as a record-breaking Atlantic hurricane season, have affected millions of people. Now we face COVID-19, a worldwide health pandemic linked to the health of our ecosystem. We're in this fight together with our Mother Earth. Remember when I did the teaching on Earth Day? We're worshiping the earth. This is from the United Nations website, International Mother Earth Day. Did you know that they changed the name from Earth Day to Mother Earth Day? They did. It was established in 2009. I didn't realize that. The United Nations General Assembly under Resolution ARES 63278. It's now Mother Earth Day. When Mother Earth sends us a message, Leviticus 18:24, defile not yourselves in any of these things, these abominations, for in all these the nations are defiled, which I cast out before you. And the land is defiled, therefore do I visit the iniquity thereof upon it, and the earth itself vomits out her inhabitants. Where are the pastors? Mother Earth is clearly urging a call to action. Revelation 16:4, I agree. 16:4, the third angel poured out his vial upon the rivers and the fountains and the waters, and they became blood. And I heard the angel of the waters, the angel of the waters say, you are righteous, O Lord, which are and was and shall be, because you have judged thus. And they have shed the blood of saints and prophets, and you have given them blood to drink, and for they are worthy. And I heard another out of the altar say, even so, Lord God Almighty, true and righteous are your judgments. And the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given him to scorch men with fire. And the men were scorched with great heat, and spoke evil of the name, authority, and character of the supreme divinity, God. Remember Jerry Nadler, February 26th, said he's not welcome here. Yeah. Which has power. God has power over these plagues, and they repented not. So NTD News, number 3, U.S. Census hands more House seats to Republican strongholds in Texas and Florida. Texas, Florida, and North Carolina are among the states that will gain congressional seats based on new population data from the U.S. Census. A shift could boost Republican chances of recapturing the House of Representatives from Democrats in the next year's midterm election. The overall U.S. population stood at 331,449,281, the Census Bureau said on Monday, a 7.4% increase over 2010, representing the second slowest growth of any decade in history. The release of the data, delayed for months due to the coronavirus pandemic, set the stage for a battle over redistricting that could reshape political power in Washington during the next decade. States use the numbers and other census data to redraw electoral maps based on where people have moved. Under the U.S. Constitution, the 435 seats in the House and the votes in the Electoral College that select the president every 4 years are divided among the 50 states based on population, with every state receiving at least one congressional seat. Texas will receive 2 more congressional seats next year, and 5 states, Florida, North Carolina, Colorado, Montana, and Oregon, will receive 1 congressional seat each, the Census Bureau said. New York, California, Illinois, Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia will each lose 1 seat. California, the most populous U.S. state, lost a congressional seat for the first time in its 170-year history. It's because they're moving here. Educate them. Educate them not to vote the way they did back there.